Hello and welcome to today's episode of CCTV. Hi there, Christina Carlyle here, and welcome to CCTV, the place to be if you're trying to get more happy, healthy, and fit. So today's episode was inspired by about the 24 or so lovely ladies who are sending me messages on Facebook and my email and just saying, oh, Christina, I tried and I was following your tips and I was working the plan and I suck. I don't want you to be disappointed in me. I am struggling to stick with it. Please don't be disappointed in me. And they're just venting. And here's the thing. Whether you're following some of the tips I share online or whether you're actually a client of mine and I've made a meal plan or an exercise plan for you, I just want to be really real with you. There's nothing you can do that would make me disappointed, okay? Matter of fact, if you didn't struggle or you didn't find it difficult to kind of like start your new plan, I'd be like, what is going on? I'd want to say, what are you doing? Because here's the thing about weight loss. You have X amount of pounds that you're trying to lose, okay? And you have habits in place that have caused that weight to creep up. Now, I don't know who you are, where you are, or how many pounds you're trying to lose, but whether it's 5 pounds, 50 pounds, 500 pounds, those pounds occurred because of habits that you've repeated over a set period of time. Maybe it was a couple of weeks. Maybe you've been doing it for a few months. Maybe you used to be really into health and weight loss and wellness. You're really in a program and something slowly but surely caused you to slip out of your game. Okay? So whether you've been doing something for a few weeks or a few months or a few years, you have some habits in place that need to be broken and reworked so you can take the weight off. Because I'm willing to bet you already know how you need to eat healthy and exercise, okay? Now for me, when I make my meal plans and exercise plans, I make them and tailor them in a way that's best for you and your body type and your metabolic structure, because I'm a nutritionist and a trainer and I know how to say, okay, I know how to get this person from point A to point B, whatever their point B may be. Maybe they just want to be itty bitty ballerina, better on the beach, a bikini kind of fitness model physique, or just big and bulky bodybuilder look. I know how to manipulate food and exercise to get you there. And that's what I do. And when you're not used to eating and exercising, and now you're like starting something new, it's kind of like you're spinning plates. And the more plates you're spinning, they can, slowly but surely you're gonna drop something. So my first tip for you, if you are trying to start a new diet or exercise program, whether you're working a plan, whether you're working my plan, or whether you're just piecing together tips and tricks you find online, that's cool, whatever it is that you're doing, I just want you to know that the first step is to be patient, okay? It took you some time to put those pounds on, whether it was a week or a year or whatever, but it's gonna take some time to get used to the new habit so you can take the weight off, okay? Now I want you to picture it like the cutest baby you've ever seen. Maybe it's your child, maybe it's all of your children, maybe it's like a kid you used to babysit or some kid that one of your friends has. But picture this cute little baby and they're trying to walk, okay? If this little baby is trying to walk, you encourage it, right? You say, oh my gosh, baby, you're so cute. Okay, come on, you can do it. You're excited, right? You're positive, you're encouraging them. You're not saying, you suck. You fell on your ass. I can't believe you what's wrong with you? You have to treat yourself the same way. Be nice. It's tip number 2. Be nice. Give yourself time and make it positive as possible. And this is kind of coming from, and I know I used to do this too when I struggled, and it's either how many you want to catch flies with honey or vinegar, right? Everybody goes honey. I mean, you've heard that before, I'm sure, but I went to a girlfriend's house of mine and I went to her bathroom and I look on her mirror right above her scale and there's a Post-it note on it that said, "Don't be a fat bitch." And I was like, oh. So I come out of the bathroom with this Post-it note like, what is this? Like, don't talk shit about my friend that way. Like, You have to be kind to yourself, and it really helps to surround yourself with supportive people. But I also know that for people who struggle, it's not all sunshine and roses. And a lot of the times that there are gonna be people who are like, psh, and not supportive. You have to know how to build that up inside yourself and be your own biggest cheerleader, okay? I know how to be my biggest cheerleader, which is why I always like sign off on my emails that I send everybody every week. So I always say your biggest cheerleader, like your coach and biggest cheerleader. And sometimes I'm like, that's kind of an oxymoron, because like biggest cheerleader, and I'm trying to lose weight, like a weight loss person. But I know what it's like to wear my own name on my own back in my own game, okay? So you need to, if you want to be successful, you need to know how to be your own biggest cheerleader too, okay? Because I wish I could do it for you. I wish I could be like, okay, but I can't eat and I can't exercise on your behalf. I can make you a meal plan that would set you up for the best possible results in the least amount of time, because I know how to use food and exercise in a way that's best for you and your body type and how to manipulate that stuff. But that took me a long time to learn too. It wasn't easy. I had to go to school forever and spend a ton of money to figure it out for both the food and the exercise and how to use them together. But it took me even longer to realize all of the different tips and tricks and ways that you can manipulate motivation and behavior that can really get you real results really fast. And it's a lot easier to stick with something when, one, you understand it's gonna take time, and two, when you're being nice to yourself. So just be nice to yourself. Okay, and it also helps to stay in your own lane. Okay, so remember how I said wear your own name in your own back in your own game? A lot of people struggle because they compare, because they're looking at these girls who are this big around and they're photoshopped to death, and they make it look like it's all easy. But my approach is like, look, weight loss isn't easy, and that's kind of why I'm annoyed with the weight loss industry and why I spend as much time as I do making these videos, because it's not a cakewalk, and not a lot of people sit here and actually say it's not jazz hands all the time. If I said that, and if I made you feel like it's always easy all the time, and if you struggle to stay motivated, something's wrong with you. No, there's nothing wrong with you. Motivation is not a tangible physical thing. If it was, I'd bottle it and I'd be a billionaire. Motivation has its own cycle, just like the moon, just like the holiday seasons. What goes up must come down. Motivation's no different. And a lot of times, foods that we eat, medications and drinks that we drink and consume and put in our bodies can affect our hormones and actually cause our motivation to shrink down, because we're not eating the right things that are best for our body types and our goal. And when you're stepping on that scale and you're not seeing the result you want, even though you're trying and trying and trying, that's unmotivating, okay? Because what's the point? Give me a donut, right? So you have to get the results you want. You have to like what you're doing. You have to be kind to yourself. You really have to say, okay, I'm trying to go from point A to point B, and it took me how long to get to my point A? Okay, so it's gonna take me some time to make it all the way down to my point B. Consistency is key. It's a daily practice, because it's not like going to school. Like you go to school once, you get an A on your paper, you check it off, and you're done. No, every day you have to eat, you have to drink, and it's those foods and those drinks that we choose that can affect the way our bodies store fat. And if you continue to choose the wrong things, you're going to continue to, gain weight. But if you're choosing the right things over a period of time, you will make your progress towards your goal. Okay, so step 1, give yourself time. Step 2, give yourself a break. Be nice, be loving, be gentle, be kind. Once you figure out what's not working for you, then you can say, okay, we didn't do great today, but tomorrow's a new day and a new opportunity to make happier, healthier choices. And when you're at that fork in the road, when it's time to eat or time to go to the exercise, okay? So it's time to go to the gym. You can either, yay, go, jazz hands, it's time to go to the gym, or it's like, oh, I'd rather snort glass. Or you can think of like a million better things that you'd rather do than go to the gym. Sometimes, just because our motivation can go down, it can go up. But sometimes when our motivation's down, it's a lot easier to want to stay on the couch. sometimes you're just gonna have to force yourself and make that healthy choice even when you don't want to. And it's that repetition of a new, happier, healthier habit. So I always say practice makes perfect. It works if you work it. It's the repeating of a habit. Okay, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Once you repeat it enough times, it becomes easier. Just like riding a bike, just like taking those first steps. You go from toddling and falling down to now you're running up the stairs and you're just like, where'd that baby go? You know what I'm saying? So it's consistency, it's key. And the cool thing is like every day you have a new set of opportunities. So even if you screw up at lunch, okay, who cares? Because now we can set ourselves up and do better for dinner. I'm not sure if you've seen those things where it's like if you drop your phone and you crack it, are you gonna sit there and smash it with a hammer? No. If you get cracked, if you find that there are cracks in your program, or you find that there are cracks in the way that you didn't make a healthy choice at lunch, how can you fix it and do better at dinner? What can you do to get it right and overcome and kind of undo what you've done? Would exercising help? Okay, well, if exercise would help, why are you trying to run from it? So my last question for you would be, or my last tip for you would be, is every time that you find that you're at that fork in the road, that choice, okay? You got the little devil on your shoulders, like, get the burger, get the fries, supersize it. You're over here, the devil, or the angel's like, shut up, devil, get the salad, hello, get the chicken, get the vegetables, you know, be healthy. When you're at that fork in the road, ask yourself, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Because if you want the tight, tiny body, if you want to step on the scale and look and see your number, if you want that more, you're gonna go right. You're gonna make the right choice. If you want the food more, to stay stuck more, you're going to make an excuse, okay? So your homework assignment for the next week is, 1, calm down, like there's no finish line yet. Just want you to get in the habit of being like, okay, consistent positive choices, and even if you slip, even if you fall, I want you to say, okay, wait a minute. How did I screw up and how can I fix it, okay? And I want you to be nice to yourself. Even if you step on that scale and saw that the number didn't go down, you don't know why it didn't go down. It could be out there. I mean, I've made videos about all the different ways your weight can fluctuate. Top 10, or I think it was top 7 ways or weird ways your weight can fluctuate. One of which was the full moon. Like, surprise. A lot of people stepped on the scale and you can gain up to 10 pounds overnight. And I went over those different reasons, but I just want you to get in the habit of stepping on that scale no matter what the number says, just being like, okay, you know what? That sucks, but I'm gonna do something positive. I'm gonna make healthy choices no matter what, because I'm going to get there. Come hell or high water, I'm gonna get there. And once you get in that practice of making those positive, healthy changes and taking action, even when you don't want to, repeating that, practicing that, working that, and getting consistent with that is going to get you the results you want, okay? Just saying, practice makes perfect. It works if you work it. So be good to yourself. Give yourself time. Force yourself, even when you're feeling low. If you make a healthy choice anyway, you're gonna feel confident. And if you listen to that devil, you're gonna feel like shit. And then you're gonna get stuck. And that's terrible. And it's the holidays. You don't need to be feeling bad about yourself during the holidays. So just practice giving yourself the baby treatment. Be good to yourself. Give yourself, the benefit of the doubt and the ability to say, self, we're doing this. We deserve it and we're worth it. And I'm telling you, practice makes perfect. I'm no different. It took me a long time to figure it out, and it wasn't until I got all the behavior modification, all that stuff down. And it also helps to have a plan in place, because piecing together different tips and tricks, and if you don't know how different foods and exercises affect your body, you can be going from point A, and instead of the point B you want, you can be swerving over to somebody else's C. Do you know what I mean? So it helps to use food and exercise in a way that's best for you and your body type. If you want a plan like that, I'll put a link to my website below on how, I can work with you and make a plan that's perfect for you. But I'm always here for you. And no matter what, if you do toddle, if you do struggle, if you do fall down, well, I just want to reach to this camera and give you a big hug and a high five and say you're completely normal. just, you know, take it tomorrow, learn the lesson. Thomas Edison took him how many 10,000 tries to make a light bulb? You may have, depending on how many times you've had to repeat your habits in the first place that caused the weight gain, you're going to have to, you know, give yourself time and repeat these new healthy habits. It's kind of like you have a CD going that's been spinning for so long. You got to change the freaking tune. You got to just flip the script. You got to completely do something different now. You have to like scratch that CD and stop playing that song and start playing a new song. So I hope this video helped you, because helping you helps me. And every single time I get one of those emails, I just wish I could crawl through the computer and say, I love you so much. I know, I get it. I can't stand those people that are just like, weight loss is so exciting, let's go exercise. Because some days it's exciting and you can just go and it's no big deal, and then other days it's like, I'd rather pour bleach on my favorite dress than go to the gym today. I mean, and that's just the way it is with motivation. It comes and it goes, and when it comes and it's there, good, embrace it. But when it goes, give yourself a little motivational kick in the butt and go anyway, because you're worth it. But be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. So I hope this video helped you. If you like it, please like it so I know. And if you don't want to miss next week's episode, subscribe now, because I make a new video every Thursday. So until then, practice makes perfect. It works if you work it. And if you could leave me a comment below and let me know how you're doing, or just say, okay, wait, I have an aha moment. I know how I'm getting stuck, and I know this is what I'm committed to working on to get it right and get it tight. That'd be awesome, because if you put yourself out there and you have like accountability, and somebody else knows, it helps just to say, okay, my goal now is conscious, and I'm aware of it. I'm going to make conscious steps to take positive actions to reach my goal. So I hope this video helped you, and I will see you next time. I hope you have a great week. So I'll see you next time right here, same place, every Thursday. Bye.